Hello and welcome to Trey Sort's Fire Emblem 7 characters. I'm excited. No, let's do a new intro. Hello and welcome to our first episode of Sorting. Seen a couple other YouTubers doing this, and it made me kind of want to do it myself. So I'm going to be sorting Fire Emblem 7 characters by personal opinion, of course, obviously. I really want to see Pat do one of these after he's finished the game too, and see what his thoughts are. But for now, we will begin. Okay, well these are not playable characters, so we're going to tie them. Either of these. Either of these. Okay, I think Farina's definitely better than, what's her name? Carla, yeah. Athos is, like, for sure a better unit. I really, really like Renault, but Athos is for sure a better unit. Out of these two, Jafar for sure. There's no question in my mind. Pent, yeah. I really like Heath, and he's got a lot of really good utility. But, like, right off the bat, Hawkeye is, like, top tier usefulness. Can fly. And he's a dancer. Legault or Fiora? Fiora can fly. Legault is amazing. Comes at just the right time to have speed to be able to steal stuff from the people in his chapter. And I just love Legault as a character. Like I should specify this will be mechanically good characters. Like it's because it's just my opinion, but it's also my favorite character. Legault. Oh boy, I'm going Raven. Canas is real good, but I'm going Raven. Oh, Oswin. Maybe an Lowen. Lucius versus Nils. Nils. He's a dancer. Wrath is at least mounted. Like, Matthew has Thief utility, and you have him for all of Lin mode if you play Lin mode. He's also available right from the get-go in Hector mode, but Wrath has a mount. Wrath's also not available that often. What about mid-game? But he's got a mount. Sarah for that heal utility. I'm sorry, Dorcas. I know Pat loves you, but if it comes down to like a mechanical tie, I'll choose my favorite character. It's Rena for sure. Sane. I'm sorry, Kent. I love you, Kent. You're really good too. You should use them both, honestly, but I'm going Sane. Elowood versus Hector. Elowood's great. Hector's better. Well, only one of these characters is playable. One of these characters is playable. Why is it using the FE6? Are these characters playable? These characters playable. Nope. Athos, easily. Marina costs so much to recruit that, like, Renault comes in with really good staff rank. I think I'm going to go Renault. Far. Lida for sure. I'm sorry, Nino. Pent. Luis comes in at a time where I don't normally have a really good archer trained. So having a sniper is great. But Harkin is also a hero. Harkin's real good. I'm going to go Harkin. I'm going to go Heath. Geets is really good, but I'm going to go Heath. I don't know, Hawkeye over Geets. Well, Indian, I'm sorry. I'm going to go Legault here, though. Isadora is really useful right when you get her, and Fiora is really weak for it when you get her. Fiora is worth it because she has flight utility, but if you've already been trading Florina, Isadora is already promoted. You may not have an Elysian Whip. I mean, if you don't have an Elysian Whip, what are you doing? Because you get one in the chapter right after Fiora joins, but I go Isadora. Raven, Nos, Priscilla, Lowen. Oh man, Rebecca versus Wallace, the fight of a century, right? I'm gonna go Wallace. Sorry, Rebecca. Wallace is pretty worthless for the most part too, but cancer utility. Wrath. Go Matthew. I think Urk is really good in this game, and so often people just don't use him because they know they're gonna get pent later. And Urk is like definitely worth it. You'd have 2 pents, why wouldn't you? Urk can be very close to Pent's level. Go Urk. Sane. Marina's good, but like Sane and Kent have this insane level of utility that lasts the entire game. Then you're going to be bottom tier, so you know. For sure. Marcus, absolutely. There's no question in my mind. Marlinus is not playable. Sorry. Playable. Athos for sure. Renault for sure, because at least they're playable. Pent versus Jafar. Pent. I mean, Pent's just one of the best units of the game. Jafar's really good. His bases are really high. We go Harkin. We go Veda over Luis. We go Luis over Nino for sure. And yet, of course, man, Heath Legault. Go Heath. Go Hawkeye. We go Legault here. Isadora over Geets. Yora over Geets. Geets is fine. Geets is a really good warrior. I just don't really like warriors in these games. I'm not a big fan of them. I think, like, Berserkers outclass them in almost every way because of the crit bonus. Personal opinion. I mean, don't get me wrong. Warriors can use bows, but I normally have Wrath pretty well trained by that point, so, you know. War bows is not a bad thing. I'm going to go Raven here. Normally I would go with the staff utility, but, like, Raven is just so good. I'm actually going to go with Canas over Priscilla anyway, because Canas gets staff utility. Dart versus Oswin. Around the time I get Dart is around the time that I kind of stop using Oswin. But I would say for the time that I'm using Oswin, he's more useful than the time that I have Dart. I don't actually use Dart that much. He does come with a killing edge. Back half of the game is loaded with Lance units. I'm going to go Dart. He has utility. I'm going to go Lowen over Wrath because Lowen has better availability and is a Cavalier. Wrath over Wallace. Matthew over Wallace. Lucius can get staff utility, which is really good, but yeah, we're going to go with him. Sorry, Urk. I'm sorry, Urk. I'm sorry, Urk. Definitely over Will, though. Definitely Sarah over Will. Will versus Dorcas. Oh, man. I can't stand using Dorcas, and I'm not... Like, I use Will. If I really want to have an Archer early game, I'll use Will. Can't stand using Dorcas. Marcus. Always Marcus. Hector over Bartra, though. Ellawood over Bartra. Bartra over Lynn, though. Guess I have to choose Lynn over Merlinus. These units are playable. Those are not. Minion. Kent. Bar. Heath. Arkin. Hawkeye. Legault. Vida. No! Isadora. Vida. Yora. Geets is definitely more useful than Nino. Like, Nino becomes real good if you train her, but why would you do that so late in the game? Hills, Raven, Canas, Lowen, Scylla, Wrath. Man, this Oswin, Matthew, Lucius, Dart. It's getting tough now. We're getting into, like, just the same characters over and over of having to decide. Wallace, I guess. Guy definitely there. Marcus, easily. Hector, Sane, Kent. Lorena's more useful than Ellawood in a lot of playthroughs. So is Urk. Ellawood's pretty good, though. Everyone over Lynn. No, Athos. Well, Athos is only available in the last chapter, though, but he's like so good in that last chapter. But Pen's good for a long time. I'm going to go Athos. But then Renault. Hawkeye, Galt, Isadora, Vida. None of these units do you have to spend 20,000 gold to recruit. We'll go. Definitely Geets over Carla. I almost want to say that Nino is better than Carla because the amount of like work you have to put in to get Carla. I want to say that. I'm sorry, Nils. Dancers are great, but Marcus is there for basically every chapter of the game once you get into Ellawood mode. Raven, Canas, Hector, Sane, Kent, Lowen. No, Florina, Lowen, Urk, Priscilla. Ellawood's pretty good. Like, Ellawood's not terrible. Oh, man. Bartra. Dart. Bill. It always comes down to this, doesn't it? 2 units that I can't stand using. Marcus. Athos. And, like, Nils Nils is such the same unit, you know? That it really doesn't matter. Like, Priscilla's really good. I should be rating Priscilla a lot higher than I am. I think Priscilla should be a lot higher. She's really good. One of these units, do you have to spend 20,000 gold to recruit? That's not true though. Even with that cost, she's better than Will. Yeats is better than Will too. Wallace is Gee's probably better. But I like Nino more than I like Dorcas. Even Rebecca's better than Carla. Carla's better than Lynn. Alright, there we go. Number 1 is Marcus, of course. Number 2 is Ninian, Dancer Utility. Number 3 is Athos. Just the way it is. Followed by Nils. Might as well not count that because he's the same as Ninian. I wish he was considered the same as for this chart. Then Pent, Raven, Kanas, Jafar, Hector. I feel like Saint and Kent definitely should have been a lot higher on this. I might have messed up there. Lorena, Lowen, Urk, Heath, Renault, Harkin, Hawkeye, Legault, Priscilla. I've rated Priscilla way too low. Priscilla's such good staff utility from like almost the entire game. She should have been up there. She should have probably been top 10. I feel like Jafar and Hector could have been moved down for Saint and Kent for sure. Then after Priscilla, Isadora, Vida, Ellawood, Fiora, Wrath, Luis, Sarah, Oswin, Matthew, Lucius, Bartre, Dart, Farina, Yeats, Will, Wallace, Guy, Nino, Dorcas, Rebecca, Carla, and Lynn. It wasn't perfect. I feel like I made a lot of mistakes, but, you know, hey, let me know what you think. Let me know where you would have put units. And until next time, I've been Trey. This has been the Full Spectrum. Remember to always enjoy the full spectrum that Fire Emblem sorting has to offer.